Dream, the 13th of December 2020. I sat with you in the darkened café. For some insane reason, I watched you read my poetry, while my stomach churned and knotted, the same hypnotic spinning as sheets at the laundromat. I expected one of two unbearable reactions, mockery or pity, depending on how kind this dream chose to make you. I twisted and tore napkins between my fingers, listened to the clinking of spoons, the droning chatter of other conversations, the blood flow in my ears like frying on crossed lines. I felt so certain you could never understand. I anxiously followed the shuttling of your eyes, searched your face for the slightest clue, but it remained the same quiet mask, until you set the page down and looked at me. There was no doubt you knew what it all meant. Yet you commented solely on the form, not on the confession. You kept strictly to the tone we had established, amicable and scholarly, closeness of minds and distance of feelings. I nodded gratefully, thoughtfully, with relief. The server came to take away the empty cups, and surely now, no other word would be spoken of it. We would move on to some other, less perilous topic. Except you added something casually, with your eyes tracking the deft hands of the employee, the human screen between us. You asked that I bring you one poem a year, and I agreed, neither of us acknowledging the force of that ritual, that annual promise to revolve back to each other. After we were served 2 more steaming drinks, with cryptic swirls in their golden foam, you showed me a diploma, or perhaps a grant, something prestigious, with your name on it in gilded lettering. And when I congratulated you, you tore it to shreds with a boyish laugh, amused at my stilted sense of formality, at how carefully I moved around you, how much I measured and maimed my speech. I turned my face towards the window, the strangers in the street, while my insides resumed their reeling for another cycle, a machine that washed and washed, but never rendered clean. You leaned over to retrieve a stray piece of paper, and I was surprised. The weight pressing against me was barely as heavy as a child's, and that is how it ended, with this odd stumble, like picking up an object with too much force, or tripping in the stairs, because you were certain there was one more step, or that plunging freefall when sleep comes too fast, one of those strange cognitive tricks. And so physical contact betrayed the dream, forced it to retreat. You, dense with pensive moulding, with everything unspoken, solid all the way through with this crushing unknown, suddenly flimsy to the touch, bird-boned, light as a half-embodied thought, a theatre prop, a hollowed-out boulder that rolls and rolls up and down the self-same mountain. Over and over, that's the logic of a haunting. The spoon, the sheets, the rock, all caught in one motion, the needle burrowing in its groove, the old twisting of the knife. All that I have learned to live with, but that was one thing I would not accept, the intangibility that brought it to a screeching halt. Awake or asleep, I could never let you become devoid of meaning.